So it's Friday, and that can only mean one thing. We've got another set of fact sheets. Now, there's only a couple of weeks to go, so there's not going to be many of these to come out. So we'll get cracking with this then. So first up, we've got something for your beets. So the AgriFac Light Tracks. It's going to be the sugar beet harvester. It's got a 469 horsepower engine. Nice. And obviously, it's going to do your sugar beet. It's going to cost you 527 grand. Over $500,000. Wow, that's quite pricey. And you're going to have a CVT gearbox. It's got a top speed of 15 mile an hour, and it's going to run at 6 mile an hour once you're doing your crop at the ground. Obviously, the advantage of one of these machines is you don't need to have a chopper on the front because it's already got one, which is great. I mean, then that being said, I mean, it doesn't give us a capacity. So that means you're going to have to run something out the side of it, like some sort of trailer. So it hasn't got an internal, what, I'm going to call it a grain tank. I suppose it's not really a grain tank. It's going to have sugar beet, a beet tank. We'll go with that. It's not saying it's got a beet tank. So yeah, I'm going to have to do a bit of cart running if you're going to be using that. So $500,000, well, over $500,000 to buy it. And you're going to need a trailer as well. All right, fair enough. Right, next up, we've got a bit of a 2-for-1. So we've got the Amity technology. So first up, we've got the 2720 Harvester Scrub. So this is going to be a sugar beet harvester, 280 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 6 mile an hour working speed. It's going to cost you 175.5 grand. And this has got a, what do we call it? The beet tank, the grain tank for your sugar beets. 6,500 litre capacity. It's got a 6.4 metre working width. And obviously, you're going to be harvesting your sugar beets with this. So it's going to go on the back of your tractor. So if you don't fancy spending $500,000 on the South Propel version, you get one of this on the back of your tractor and then you're golden. Now, obviously, the same sort of thing-ish applies to the drive it yourself version. 6,500 with sugar beet is going to get filled up pretty quickly. So we got this, the Crop Chaser 1000, also by Amity Technology. Obviously, it's going to be it's going to be an auger wagon. So you're going to have the option to tip it into another trailer if you really wanted to. It's going to require 450 horsepower from your tractor. It's going to do all sorts, so not just sugar beet. It's going to do pretty much every loose crop that the game's going to throw at it. Going to cost you 160 grand, and it's got a capacity of 60,900 litres, so just under 61,000. So obviously that will fit in nicely with the South Propel version, and it fits in nicely with this one. So it's an all-rounder. Oh, very nice. Right, next up, we got something a little bit old school. The Massey Ferguson MF8570 with its accompanying header. Oh, boxy design on this one. So the harvester is going to have a 250 horsepower engine, got an 8,000 litre grain tank. It's going to cost you 104.5 grand to buy. CVT gearbox, and it's got a 15 mile an hour top speed. And you're going to be able to do your usual shenanigans with that, and a bit of rice. And your was it beans or peas? I can never remember which that icon is, but it's going to do your usual croppage anyway. And obviously, a harvester is going to need a header on the front of it. And we got this, the MF8570. It's going to run at 6 mile an hour, 30 grand price tag, 6 metre working width. And obviously, it's going to do your usual croppage. Now, obviously, the difference between the harvester and the header is the harvester, it's going to be able to do your sunflower and your your soybeans. That's the word for it. Put my teeth in. But obviously this header is not. It's going to be usual standard grain header. So the harvester can work between the two, and you're going to need another header. All right, fair enough. Obviously with the harvesters, you're going to need something to put the seed into the ground before you can harvest it. And we've got this, the Cockling Ultimate 800 direct seeder. So yeah, you're not going to need to plough or cultivate unless you want the full bull bonus. If you don't really fancy doing that, you can just put the seed straight into the ground with this. 275 horsepower engine is required on your tractor. 12 mile an hour working speed, 181 grand to buy. It's got a 4,000 litre capacity on the seed tank, and it's only going to do seed. It's not a 2-in-1 job, so you're going to have to run a fertiliser over afterwards you've finished. 8 metre working width, and you're going to do your usual shenanigans, the usual seeders, but you're going to do your peas and your spinach as well. And it looks like that crop there next to the old oilseed radish. I've got a feeling that's going to be your rice. So yeah, all right, standard seeder on the go, but 8 meter. That's all right. That's all right indeed. Sort of like on the upper end of your medium-sized equipment. Oh, that's all right. And obviously these are going to be coming out on the game, which comes out on the 12th of November. And if you're on PC and fancy picking up yourself a digital version, there's a link down below. Click on that and it helps the channel out at no extra cost to yourself. And it's going to be out on PC, Mac, Xbox Series X and S and PS5. So if you're on Xbox One like me or PS4, yeah, you're going to need a bit of an upgrade.